Hello, everybody, and welcome to... Oh, Merry Christmas, I should start with, because Bryn is always... Bryn is the closest one of us to Santa.
Yeah.
So that's why Bryn gets Christmas.
He even kind of got the white beard this year.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
He's better than the beard that's underneath.
Yeah.
There's
Are you still rocking the mustache underneath?
Oh,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go. That's why I'm trying to emulate my Santa as your #1 elf. I'm like, it's Christmas, we're doing a tier list. We do these every year, just kind of like give our brief, you give your brief opinions, I talk for 2 hours.
What else are you going to do on a Tuesday afternoon, Monday afternoon?
It is true. I have given mine yesterday. Travis's are coming tomorrow, and Bryn is on Christmas. And we just have all the investigators, as well as not available if you do not have an opinion on them. So I know some of those got there last year, so let's see if that goes again, because I imagine some of the Scarlet Keys ones you haven't seen. And basically, I'm just going to control it, and I'm going to let you do the most of the talking, and Travis, I imagine, will also quip in when he's not working on the secret project that YouTube has already seen.
time works differently in YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a strange thing. Difficult to...
Yeah, it is. It's like, because that's when, like...
We sat down for mine, and Justin was like, Happy Boxing Day. My brain was like, that's not today.
Because I'm already, like, starting to schedule... You don't care about this. You're here to talk about the tier list. So, Bryn, I want to just start by asking, like, what's an S... Like, what are, like, these tiers kind of, like, how you're looking at it? Like, D tier, obviously, you think they suck.
Okay,
or do you have, like, a special metric that you look at it?
Well, like, D tier is definitely, like, Lola and only marginally better.
Mm-hmm.
Or marginally worse, depending on whether or not your name is Jim Culver. And the specific day, I suppose.
How you're feeling about it,
yeah. S tier is like probably investigators who I think are better than they should be. And honestly, that's mostly going to be like Mandy and Tony.
There's
like a couple of spoilers, but there's not. I don't think there's a whole lot. Maybe a couple other guys who live up there. Difference between like A+ and A tier is going to be like probably my personal preference.
Yeah.
Because
arbitrary, baby.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Everything about this is arbitrary. This is my list. You're just watching it.
Yeah, and you don't even. If you try to complain in the comments, I'm gonna ban you from the channel. So don't even think about it. It's Christmas. Be nice after all.
B tier is gonna be like average, and C is gonna be the guys who are better than the Lola tier, but
not average.
But still below average.
Sweet. So we'll just go through. You can tell me where you put them. I'll put them, and then if you want to, any reasons why.
We can start on the left here.
Yeah, I have a bigger one for people at home. So we have Agnes to start with.
I think Agnes gets to be like top of the B tier or bottom of the A tier, but we'll leave her in the top of the B tier for now. I think like her stat line is good. Testless damage is good. Her card pool is also good. Actually, let's put her in the A tier. I've talked myself.
There you go. Going to
everything about this is like pretty okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is that her other numbers aren't good, but that's okay because you don't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like her kit is just pretty strong.
Yeah. One thing as well, Travis only cared about the ranking, like in the order of them, the tier for like S tier. I just put them in wherever. So yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're much too old. We aged 1 year since the last tier list. We don't have time for that anymore.
If I really care about it, you'll know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Next up is Akachi.
I think Akachi gets to live somewhere fairly similar to Agnes. Like her card pool is a little less good, but her ability is also very strong. It might not be Testless damage, but when you get an extra use out of every spell that you paid XP to put in your deck, it's sort of like extra damage.
It is kind of interesting in the game design for this, where like you get an extra use of like Shriveling or Rite of Seeking, and you're like, let's go. You get an extra use on like a Brand of Cathuga, and you're like, it's still fine,
it's not nothing.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as good.
Brand of Cathuga in your deck.
Yeah, but Brand of Cathuga feeds the ancient spirits real well.
Yeah, it actually is better to return too, and then also like you get more use out of it. Yeah. But it's just like the even though like I always make fun of how boring mystics are, just like those small little differences between the spells is actually notable on like a design perspective of it. So maybe I should be. I need to be less of a Grinch. Amanda Sharp is next.
Okay. I'm gonna put her in the C tier. She's got 2s, and I have never played or seen her play, so that can't be good. That's what the C tier is for. Can't be good.
I have no evidence to suggest whether she's good or bad, but because that she
The
must
numbers
be bad.
are bad.
The numbers are bad.
The numbers are arbitrarily bad.
Yep.
I remember this when you ranked Preston and Charlie.
That's okay. I have seen them play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Preston's also going to get his own special tier that we're going to get to later.
Ooh, that's some extra work. I
Yeah.
could figure that out probably. I don't remember how to add
It's
a tier.
okay.
to
That's
this.
what we're going to employ the NA tier for.
The tier that has its own
Yeah.
special rules.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Ashcan Pete is next.
Ashcan Pete, he can probably live in the B tier. Like he's just good. He doesn't. He's like he starts out real strong, but he never really gets that much better than that. You can spend your experience on all kinds of things, but ultimately they're red cards, and you can't use your own numbers for basic actions because they suck.
They do kind of suck, yeah.
Like Duke is very powerful, but I think he does scale very poorly.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna kick ass in the first half of the campaign, and the second half of the campaign you're gonna be like, oh man, okay, let's make this dog try to figure out how this dog does something.
Yeah, please do. Please, you got to do something, man.
Why are you still only on 4s?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a
right?
good
Like,
boy. Yeah.
I mean, you can use your off color picks to augment that a little bit with like,
Yeah.
you know, a magnifying glass.
I
to make
love the idea of Duke having a
investigate.
magnifying glass in his mouth. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Bob Jenkins.
Ooh, Bob Jenkins is the first of our investigators who gets to live in the special tier.
Oh, that's the
The special tier is the Christmas tier because
Oh,
he's
oh.
Christmas themed.
That's incredible.
So I can add
Yes,
a
he
row
is-
below.
He is red
I'll
and
make it-
green.
I can't make it red and green, so I'll make it red.
Like
Oh, sorry,
anger.
this one's this. And then we go to this one and we go Christmas. There you go.
Yep.
Now red, like anger.
If he wasn't in the special Christmas locked tier that he needs to exist in for getting to play both green and red cards, he would probably sit somewhere near like A+. I think he's very strong.
Because I'll need it for the comparison video.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Travis. We'll put him in Christmas for now. I just need.
Yeah, for later.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Kelvin Wright.
Kelvin Wright, I think I put like he's either top of the C tier or bottom of the B tier. Like he's good, but the danger is not necessarily worth how good he actually is. Like his card pool is fairly strong. It turns out spirits are very good. But only get like he has, and it like only 6 and 6 is not so great, particularly when your own weakness does trauma to you. I enjoy playing him, but I frequently find that, like Icarus, I have flown too close to the sun
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
doomed the scenario.
Yeah. I said in my review of Kelvin, I've seen all three of us retire a Kelvin in
Yeah.
a campaign.
Like he is dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Carolyn Fern.
Carolyn Fern, I think she's actually very good. Like her card pool is exceptional. Her stat line is not incredible. 3-4-2-2. But I believe she gets an extra point of hit points.
Yeah,
And,
15.
Yeah, 15 is
Versus 14.
Yeah,
Yeah, she has
most
you
are
can compare right
14
there.
or less.
Yeah.
Which is an additional upside, and even if you don't play the game with this stupid heal bot gameplay,
Yeah, she
her
can.
card pool is still very flexible and strong.
Yeah.
Like you can make her do all kinds of things, including fight with Meat Cleaver.
Yeah.
It can be made to work.
We have a deck on that in Bryn's Madhouse, the Psychologist. Yeah.
The Psychologist. Yeah, I probably put her like top of the A or bottom of the A+.
Why are so many birds?
Yeah, why not? Keep things balanced for now.
So many
Yeah, there's a lot of birds in the 12 Days of Christmas. There's
Yeah, right.
yeah, like the
Like-
first 5 days are birds.
The first
Who
four.
needs so many
The first
birds?
four, because five
The golden
is
rings.
gold
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah.
But then, like, just when you're relieved, you're like, oh man, he's not getting me any more birds. It's like, no.
Yeah, 8 geese a laying. We ain't done with the
Seven
birds.
We're
Too.
not done yet.
All right, Daisy Walker, book lady.
Daisy Walker? I mean, like, my heart wants to put her in the B for boring tier. But 5 book is really good.
Yeah, 5 book is really good.
And extra action, even if it is very limited in its scope, is still very good.
Mm-hmm.
Her card pool might be like, I mean, the purple cards, honestly, what you get out of that is some different cool books for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
I know you don't play purple cards.
So you've only got 3 brain. It's really hard to use like the majority of the purple card pool.
Like water protection
Yeah, you can't do that. You need a
Deny
brain. You need brain to do
existence.
that.
and
Yeah.
read the signs.
Yeah, you need they actually that read the signs
And
actually
Rapture?
needs brain.
Just
Yeah. But we'll probably put her
It's
in the
okay,
A tier. I think
lying.
like she's good, but she's not even the best 5 booked like
Seeker.
seeker who can play with mystic cards. So,
Nice try, Daisy.
like it's cool and all.
Yeah. I do like the B for boring too. Kind of just dunk on Ashcan Pete as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
We got Daniela Reyes.
I don't really know what to think of her. Like the stat line is sick.
Mm-hmm.
The card pool is kind of cool, if not particularly incredible for actually fighting. Because it turns out that red cards are not like super great at that. But yeah, like 5 and a number is hard to argue with, man.
Yeah, especially when it's one of the do something numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. When it's 5 foot, it's like okay, but like
Yeah.
what are we losing for this?
Yeah.
But when it's like 5 punch or 5 book or
Yeah.
even 5 brain, it's like
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
doesn't
You're
matter
good.
what the other numbers say.
Sucks to suck foot
Yeah.
stat.
I mean, it does.
Yeah.
It mostly does. But I think we're gonna put her in the A tier. Like, she's like Daisy in that she is good, but also not the best 5 punch blue investigator that we're gonna talk about with like a limited card pool
Mm-hmm.
that we're gonna talk about today.
All right, Dexter Drake.
Okay, so I love this stupid idiot. I recognize that he is not necessarily the most powerful mystic in the game, but I'm going to say that he is
Let's go.
today.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. He gets to live in the A+ tier.
Well, I was gonna say this is gonna be our A plus because, as you said, this is the ones that I like. Has the personal bias. Yeah.
It's the personal bias.
Yeah.
But also, I think his card pool is really neat. There's a lot of cool things that can be done with green cards, depending on what sort of other cards you get to play with, because they are actually somewhat boring on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I've said in previous videos that me playing Dexter and you playing Dexter is a lot different because I feel like I'm not doing anything with Dexter and I see you doing stuff with Dexter and I'm like, how the fuck is this happening?
Yeah,
Just
most
play
of
your
it's
cards,
because
man.
I'm cheating.
Oh, that would do.
Yeah, like it really helps.
That's the rogue way, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also half the time what I'm doing is just looking at the cards in my hand and giggling because I know that Travis is going to be mad when I play them because they don't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
He'd be like, why did you play this one-costed asset that doesn't do anything? And I'm like, well, you see,
Yeah.
I can throw it away to play a different...
Bring a few for this enemy from me. Maybe we'll see. And
Let's
then
see. Armageddon!
throw away something to play a liquid courage, and then I'll drink from it and discard a card at random. And oh shit, that was my Armageddon.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess the answer's no.
Yeah. So, can you deal with it yourself, please?
Yeah. So I do quite enjoy playing with the book set of cards where you get to name.
Oh, like Molly
name a
Maxwell?
thing
Yeah.
With Molly.
Yeah.
and
Molly is a
flip off
very good ally.
that. She is very strong.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got Diana Stanley.
All right, Diana, you get to live in the A tier. Well, I mean, like, okay. So there's a very distinct argument for putting her in the B tier for boring. Because a lot of the time you just show up and the game's like, you take damage, and you're like, no, not really though. You keep doing your thing in your corner, and I'll try to figure out how I'm going to play the game with 3s. Until you get to figure out how to play the game with like 6s, and that's very easy. She is very strong though, and like not. I only find her boring because building her deck is so boring. Where you kind of just sit down and you're like, cool. So like I've got 3 flex slots left. Sick. Actually playing her is like kind of fun though.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next up is Father Mateo.
Oh, he's bad.
Yeah.
Forget.
Like not as bad as Lola,
But this sounds like a D tier.
but like he's not good. Yeah, we'll leave him in the D tier for now. We'll come back to that maybe when we get to Jim Culver and we try to figure out if he's actually as bad.
Can
as
we?
Jim
Yeah,
is
can we
or
put?
not. He's probably like a little better.
Well, Jim's time is coming soon.
Yeah.
He's close on this. Finn Edwards.
I think Finn gets to live in the A+. Like he's good, but he doesn't have a 5
Yep.
like on his numbers. Which admittedly is easily rectifiable because foot is the cheapest thing you can buy.
Yeah, and I mean, like
And,
with
like you get to play yellow cards if you want to.
yeah. And what's also nice about Finn is that he actually is probably the person who you feel the least bad about using your foot score because it's free.
It is free.
Yeah.
And you can quite easily make both your foot and your book into a 5 with fairly minimal effort.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. Next up is Gloria Goldberg, Grandma.
Gma.
You know? This one can actually go into no opinion. Like I have not. She's got a 5, so she can't be that like a 5 in brain, and she can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've only ever seen Justin play with it in a standalone one time.
Well, I played in that one when we
Pretty
did Dream Eaters.
Did you play through Drain? Oh yeah, no, you did.
And I had 8
right.
encounter cards in my hand at the end.
Yeah.
Which is not a good like showing. You know?
It's not a good look.
No, it's not.
But yeah,
But we won.
I really haven't seen too much of this old lady.
Nice. All right, Harvey Walters, this old man.
I mean, like, he can probably live in the same bracket as Daisy. Like, he's got 5 book. One of his other numbers is a 4. His card pool is lackluster.
Yeah.
His ability and signature is strong.
Yeah.
Including the weakness because it can just blow you up.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Just like a little
just
nuke in your
die.
deck. Yeah.
Keep going.
Just get. I mean, if it can one shot you, that's like living the dream, right? If you can have 21 cards in hand.
Yeah, you're just like,
Then just
I have
get-
so many cards.
Yeah, and then just get
Justin, 100 cards.
Look, Justin, 100 cards.
Yeah, and then take a lot.
Honestly, so that's my challenge for everyone watching this. Figure out how you can get one shot by Harvey Walters' ability. Can you get 21 cards in your hand? That's the new challenge. Because it's every 3, right? For every 3 cards in your hand.
It's not
Yeah.
hard.
Jacqueline Fine.
She's like fine.
We were waiting for that all year. Let's go. Yeah, last year Bryn messaged me. He's like, so I have this idea. We'll do a tier list next year. And Jacqueline Fine, I'm going to say she's fine. And we're going to be like, let's go.
You know?
And then we're actually ending the channel. This is the last video. We recorded Travis's, but you're not going to see it.
We're shutting it down. We've peaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like pretty okay. I'd put her like a tier below. What's her name? Agnes. Mostly just because she's not very different, but with a worse pool. And that's kind of where she sits.
Sweet.
Like she's a 5-brain mystic.
But just only
but,
purple.
like only purple cards.
I need Siri to write down. Siri, can you make a note for me? Jacqueline Fine, fine clothes. Amanda Sharp vision works so well. I think we can strike that gold again. Jenny Barnes.
Jenny Barnes, she's not like brutally awful. And I want to put her in B for boring, but she can live in the C tier. Like, workable, but not great. Extra money every turn is strong, but...
We've arrived. Jim Culver.
Okay, so Jim Culver is like definitely D tier. Like, he's a 4-brained mystic with a very limited pool and an ability that half the time doesn't even do anything.
These two are very similar.
Yeah, like Father Mateo, like if I was ordering these, Jim would live close to the bottom of the D tier, and Father Mateo would live close to the top.
I'll keep that. I'll keep doing this
But,
when I can. I'll subconsciously remember that.
It's not super important.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he gets stronger on harder difficulties, and you may or may not have seen a campaign.
No, they haven't yet.
Where we got annihilated, and if we were Jim, we wouldn't have been fine. But things like that are pretty few and far between.
To me, even when people say that he gets better at higher difficulties, I do think that the other good investigators also get better at higher difficulties because you're trying to win.
Trying to win the game.
It's not you're like, all right, I'm gonna go with the exact same deck.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe Diamond.
He can live in the B tier for me, I think. Like, he's a yellow investigator who's got 4 book. He's got a neat gimmick, but ultimately I don't think that makes him particularly powerful. He has a rather fragile stat line and not very much sanity to back it. You're only ever 2 bad draws away from death.
Yep. I think that actually happened.
Yeah.
You.
Like, we definitely mulliganed.
Yeah, we mulliganed that one because you died on the second turn to a Rotting Remains.
Yeah, it was like Rotting Remains, red token, Rotting Remains, red token.
Yeah, I just remembered that. Yeah.
We were just like, nobody can see this.
Yeah, so. We're gonna go back because that was kind of just shitty luck.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's just something you can't play around.
Because otherwise we're not gonna actually play this scenario anyway.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Leo Anderson.
He's pretty bad too. he's got a solid card pool. And like a pretty alright stat line too. But the only niche I think that he really has going for him is playing blue big guns. Because there's a lot of green cards that other investigators don't have access to.
Yeah.
Investigators who can buy level 5 blue firearms don't have access to.
And then when you do that, the game knows and gives you Dendromorphosis.
Oh, yeah. And then you oh. If only I could keep hold of this rifle.
But my hands are trees, you sees.
Yeah. We'll put him in, like... I guess he can live in the B tier because he does have a niche and he's good at it. But honestly, at almost any blue archetype, he is pretty bad.
All right, Lily Chen.
So I'm gonna put Lily into the A+ tier, just because.
So sick.
Yeah, no one can stop me.
It's true. No one can stop you.
But this one's mostly because it's decidedly possible that none of you have ever played Netrunner. But the runner that I've enjoyed playing the most was called Adam, and he started the game with laws in play because he was a robot.
Yeah.
And they determined how you had to play the game. Like, the first action you spend every turn has to be a run. The first thing you encounter that you can trash, you have to.
Yeah.
Things like that. Lily Chen is very similar, where you show up and you're like, I'm good at these things, but only most of the time. And sometimes I have to take a turn where I don't take any damage because I really need this to not be the way it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's cool. I haven't played with her yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
One of these days, if we ever finish, The massive pile of stuff in the dock.
Yeah, we got a lot. You know what? You just should play her in the next time we do Scarlet Keys, and just be
Yeah,
Lily.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I discovered today that I don't know where my Wendy Adams and my Will Yorick are, and like I'm pretty sure I put them in a box in my campaign set because I was like, I took these out for a thing and I don't want to get out the binder to put them back.
Yeah.
But I don't know which box.
You did say you never wanted to play Wendy again, but losing Will Yorick, that's a little...
No, that's a little spooky.
We're at Lola.
Yeah, okay, so you don't need me to explain why she's bad. And if you're going to come in here and tell me that, no, she's good, you just have to play this homebrew version of her that I made, I don't want to hear it. She's not good.
No boy.
Like, she might theoretically be playable at some point, but I do not think that is this day. So she gets to live in the D tier. 12 health is not very much, and 3s are bad, which is why you're going to be mad when I tell you where Charlie King gets to live.
Luke Robinson.
Luke Robinson. He can live in the A+ tier as well.
How
only-
come Lola doesn't get to be in the Christmas tier?
Because she's not Christmas themed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She can
She's
play.
just pretending?
Yeah, she's just pretending.
She's acting
She's got no Christmas spirit.
No Christmas spirit at
No.
all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
As opposed to Bob, who enjoys giving people things.
It's just
like
overflowing with Christmas
vacuum
spirit.
cleaners in exchange for their money.
It's not really giving.
Oh, it is
Selling.
though.
No, I mean, what's more
Feels like
Christmas
these
than
are
sales?
practically giving them away.
You got it, Bob. I'll buy it. You're so kind.
What's more Christmassy than rampant capitalism?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to live up here if for no better reason than I think the witchweed memes are funny.
Yeah, that's true.
He's also like very powerful. It turns out trivializing one aspect of the game
Yeah.
is
It's a pretty
like,
big,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah. All right, Mandy Thompson. You said she was S tier, so I'll just move her up.
She's like too good.
Yeah. So you say you said already, just too much.
Yeah, like there's just too many good things going on here. Like the stat line is nuts. The deck building is sick. The ability is insane. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. All right, Marie Lambeau.
I don't like her. I mean, sorry, let me take that one from the top again. I love all my mystics equally.
Yeah.
I don't care for Marie.
Yeah, poor Marie. She gets dunked on this channel quite a bit.
Yeah, like, I mean, her card pool doesn't suck completely, but she's a 4-brain mystic without something particularly exceptional to make up for it. Like, she might not even be the best Doom archetype mystic these days. Which is not a great place to live. And extra action is very powerful, though.
Yeah.
Which is why she gets to live in the C tier above our other 4-brained mystics who don't get to move for free.
It's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. No, it is. You know, people will say Bryn's not consistent, but there is a very level of consistency with Bryn's stuff here.
Sort of.
Plus, Baron Samdi is, he's just a cool dude, you know?
He's a cool dude. C for cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Harrigan.
So, my heart wants to put Mark in the S tier. So I'm going to.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I want... yes. He's, like, maybe not as good as everybody else who's going to be up here. He'd be, like, probably the worst in the S tier. But he's also in the S tier for, like, super handsome.
Yep. Yeah, S for sexy.
That makes sense.
S for sure. I'll go to your place, Mark, and you can make me
Yeah.
dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long tier name. We got to workshop that one. Minty Fan.
Minty Fan. I think she's probably, like, in the A tier or the top of the B tier. Like, she's strong. She is ultimately, though, a four-booked, whatever you call these yellow investigators. Seeker. That's what they call them. I knew that. She's got a strong card pool because it turns out that red 0 to 2 is pretty all close to, like, every red card that exists. It's almost all of them.
Yeah, it is.
And many of them are very strong. Her ability is also very powerful, and her weakness is largely inconsequential. Like, it can be a little awkward sometimes, but
Yeah, you can.
It doesn't explode you like Harvey's does.
It is true. It is true. Monterey Jack.
The cheese man. I think he's like Trish, but worse. And he's probably gonna live in like the A tier, I suppose. Like,
Ooh.
yellow cards are powerful. 4 book, not so great. 5 foot, we've been over this. It's not, it's not like the best thing in the world. However, his ability is very strong. It's like taking an extra action every turn because you will have to move to play the game.
Incorrect. Someone has to move, but it doesn't have to be you.
No, it will be him.
It doesn't have to be him.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, if you pick Monterey Jack,
Carolyn.
like, you goddamn better be.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay here the whole time. Nathaniel Cho.
Punch man.
Yeah, I'm Punch Man, the Mega Man villain.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I want to put him in the B tier. I think like he's
B for boring.
Yeah, it's
this
boring,
is
pretty
big
much.
B
Like
for boring.
he's good.
Yeah.
And I know it. He's got 5 in his do thing stat and 3 in one of his defensive stats and like a lot of health effectively because you can play his brother.
Yeah, it's true.
And by can I mean have to.
Yeah, you must.
Like
you never have to put him into play.
In your deck,
yeah.
you do not have to play him.
Yeah. But you have to play with him.
But you do have to play with him.
Yeah.
And he does have 5 punch, and he just does extra damage, kind of, not quite for free, but like close.
Yeah, with mono it is. It's
Yeah.
just like boom. Yeah, no, but he's very boring.
Like his deck building.
We can all agree on that. I think that was.
It's not exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely played him with like the 38 special, or not the 38 special, the
32.
The 32 Colt.
I don't know what they are. It's the guns.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Anyway,
the
it's the gun
numbers.
that doesn't give you any bonus
Yeah, that's the
punch. And it's
32
got
Colt,
6
yeah.
Colt, yeah.
bullets. Yeah. And the most fun I had was repeatedly making jokes about how it made him the best boxer in the world.
Yeah.
Was, like just shooting the other man.
Yeah.
Did the deck work well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that one does make sense.
Yeah,
'cause
like
you
it
have,
was hard for it not to, because like it was a bandolier boxing gloves deck. So
Okay.
Yeah.
You show up when you're like 7 number.
And I mean, like realistically, you don't want to like be even looking at using the. I mean, yeah, because then you get attack at 7. Yeah, no, that does.
Right.
seem
And you're
good.
just you're mostly using the gun to kill like small enemies anyway. So
All right.
show up with your 1-2 punch to kill real people.
I love playing 1-2 punch in the
Norman Withers gets to live in the bottom. The barg like he's bad. You show up and you're like, book V Shroud, and you do this for fucking 10 turns, and then you die. Like, it's not good.
That is true. That is what happened. Yeah, that is.
That is what I know of Norman Withers. So I did get to kill Justin one time, and that was kind of
Yeah.
funny.
I played him with you for a little bit.
He might be. That's why Norman hurt his elbow. Hurt my elbow.
My arm hurts.
You might be wondering: is it very fair to
Yeah.
judge an investigator on an events only challenge? Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
fair doesn't enter into it.
Yeah, because once again, this is Bryn's list. Patrice Hathaway.
I'm gonna put her in the C tier, I think. Like, sure, drawing 5 cards a turn is strong, but 2s are also not good. That's why Amanda Sharp's down here.
That is true. We can confirm that.
Yeah, like 2s and 7s, and like 2s and 7s.
It's very close. They're practically the same.
They're basically the
investigator.
same person.
Yeah. Sick. Preston Fairmont, Christmas?
Christmas tier.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy. But where would he be if you could put him somewhere? Just for the record book. If you just had to give him, like, say, like a letter grade between
yeah.
D and S.
He'd probably be sitting somewhere
Probably,
around
yeah.
like the B or top of the B or bottom of the A tier. Something like that.
I usually, when brings in that, I usually decide, so I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
A minus. I'm going to write that down and then get to it and be like, what the fuck? All right,
Yeah.
Rex Murphy.
Oh, way up to the tippy top. Yeah, you see Mandy? She wishes she was this good. Assuming that you don't tell people that he was printed wrong. And they, in fact, must play with him as errata because that's
Yeah.
how he is. How like it was.
Oh,
in
he
this
always
print.
has been.
Yeah,
It
he
was
was always
intended
this
to be.
way. They just the printer made a mistake.
Yeah.
But Rex is incredibly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sweet.
deduction is good. He just gets them for
He
free.
is a deduction.
Yeah. He's like, I investigated, and it's like, there's a deduction here. And you're like, Rex, you did not commit a deduction. And he's like, I do not care.
Yeah.
I am taking the clues anyway.
He's really actually like a magician, like Dexter Drake, 'cause he can turn any pair of books into a clue.
Yeah.
He might actually be
Deduction.
Dexter Drake.
They're
We
very
don't
similar.
know
Yeah,
that.
they're very similar.
Yeah.
He could be, yeah, it's like Superman, you know? He's got the glasses and the cowlick.
We've never seen them in the same
Yeah, we never see them in the same
campaign
room.
before.
We haven't.
No.
So-
Rita Young.
I want to like Rita.
Do you?
Sure.
And she can play green cards.
She can play green cards.
Look at that conviction.
She can play green cards, and she can play with the meat cleaver. That's
Still, you
sick.
do like those things. You do like that combination of things.
But ultimately, I think she's not particularly powerful. We're gonna give her the B tier.
Not the Christmas deer?
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
But this is where she would be,
Yeah.
hypothetically.
I wait till after you give the low grade.
Thank you, Travis. Roland Banks.
Roland Banks. I think he's just kind of not great. Like, his ability is very strong. His card pool is very strong. You just die a lot.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
5 sanity is tough.
Yeah, like 5 sanity and free mental trauma because your government job doesn't give you health care or whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna put him in the C tier. Like, he's better. If somebody shows up with like a Lola to play the campaign, I'm like,
I wish that was a Roland.
you better have a good reason for this. Somebody shows up with Roland, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna have to try to play some cards to maybe stop Roland from dying. That might be something I have to do.
Mm-hmm. That is something that we just experienced.
It is something we just did.
Yeah. All right. Next one we got Safina Rousseau.
So this is another investigator who I would like to put in the S tier for several reasons. One, like S for Safina,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and 2 S
yeah.
for like, because I love this character. There's no alliteration. But realistically, I don't think she's actually that strong. I'd probably put her like maybe in the A tier. Like, she's good. There's a lot of purple events that she can play that getting to play more than just 2 of is very powerful.
Yeah.
But ultimately, her do something stats are 2s.
Yeah.
And that means your events had better, they gotta be pulling the weight.
Mm-hmm. Silas Marsh, Fishman.
He's a fishman. This guy's a traitor. Do we have a traitor?
Do not trust.
Yeah,
Category.
draws 1 extra Innsmouth look card.
Yeah.
I think he's good. He's got the same sort of fragile problem as Roland and Joe do. But because you're playing red cards, it doesn't matter quite so much. Because you can just be like, yes, these grasping hands have technically gorped me, but they have actually killed my teddy bear. And that is just how this
Stupid
is.
enemies.
Yeah, stupid ghouls.
I'm probably gonna give him like an A tier as well here. Like he's got 4 in his do thing stats, and both his like his book card and his standard set are fairly strong.
Yeah, yeah. That is true. It's very nice to switch between them.
Or even play them both.
Play them both, yeah.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do.
Sister Mary.
I don't think she's very good. And that's pretty much all there is to this.
Mm-hmm.
Bless tokens are strong.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Getting them for free is good.
Yeah.
Less than 4 on a blue character is not so good.
Yeah.
Admittedly, like, the cards that she came out with do help you make up for that. We're going to put her in the B tier for blessed. Or boring.
Yeah.
However you choose to view that, because really there is kind of only one deck you can build with her. You can choose to do other things, but for the most part, you're kind of griefing if you do.
All right, Skids O'Toole.
He sucks. And I say this as a man who's going to play him later today.
Yeah.
Not on Christmas Day, but like the day it is in YouTube time. Yeah.
Which is, I think, in January.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to keep track of.
Yeah.
He's going to live in the D tier, though. Like, I wish that this guy had one less brain and one more in any of his other numbers. Like, actually just any of them.
Yeah.
even if it's book, it's like, well, that is kind of not great to complement these blue cards, but
yeah,
we'll make it work.
It's like one of those things in the first. I think if he didn't come out in the core set, like he would have one brain and probably
4 punch. I think.
That'd be a good stat line.
Yeah, like if I've seen, he's one of the few investigators that I've seen a custom version of where I'm like, this is just not broken. Where he gets to start the game with a permanent that just says he has -1 sanity, -1 brain, and +1 punch.
He probably like have a better ability to like when as a reaction, like when you play a weapon, you can attack with it that turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the paying 2 for an extra action is not a bad time.
But
it's just that you have to take it with Skid's numbers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's just it's not worth it. If you had better numbers, then you'd be like, yeah, let's do this more likely. Stella Clark.
She can live in S for Stella.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about this one too much because like all you really need to know is that you get to play 3 neither rain nor snow, and rest of your deck doesn't matter.
All right, Tommy Muldoon.
I love this stupid idiot, but I don't think he's very good. We're gonna put him in the B tier though. Like he's better than many, but like because he's got a real solid card pool, but also ultimately most of what you do is just not die, and that's not win.
It's true. My favorite memory with
just lose slow.
Tommy Muldoon was when Travis was gone and we were doing the expanded guide and we went off topic like 20 times in that video, just joking about Tommy.
Amazing.
It was a 90-minute long expanded guide.
For Tommy Muldoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that we need Travis to keep us on track.
Yeah.
Because we're like not great at that.
Tony Morgan, I know you said.
Yeah, he's up in the S tier. Like he's got 5 in his do something stat. He gets to take an extra action that can only be used for the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And you get free money because you did the thing you want to do.
It is kind of like wild in comparison to Skids. Like I understand.
Let's go.
People are gonna say like different areas to fill, but not really.
Yeah, like they are ultimately very similar. Only one of them is good.
Yeah. Skids.
Yes.
Trish.
Yeah, the only downside to Tony is that he can't play with blue permanents.
Yeah.
Or blue assets.
Yeah. Trish.
I think Trish is very good. I'm not sure I would go quite so far as to put her in the S tier, but we're gonna do it anyway to see what Travis has to say about it.
Why she deserve to be there?
Why not? You get to deal with enemies, you get to get the clues, you get to get extra clues. She's like Rex Light, only doesn't die to monster.
She do that better than Luke.
Yeah.
Luke does all those things too.
Yeah, but Luke's high on Witchweed. You can't trust that guy.
No, you can.
He'll forget where he put the clues.
That's okay. They're just in the dream realm.
Yeah, but then how are you going to get him back in time to finish the scenario?
Honestly, even though I didn't put her in S, she was A+ for me. I support an S.
I think
Trish
I think she's very powerful.
She was A+ for me too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's a good. And she has like as the card pool grows, she's just gonna get.
Yeah, like green cards can be very good. Yellow cards, well, you all know what I think about yellow cards.
It's kind of funny to say as the card pool grows, we're on like our 9th expansion.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Plus, you just play her with with Lola, not the bad one.
Yep.
The one
you're
allowed to.
Yeah.
Santiago, and you're like 5s.
And there's also the stupid thing you can do with the Lucky Cigarette Case 3 in her weakness, which I hate. I hate that rule. But I'm gonna do it because it's like the best thing to do. Ursula Downs.
She's like kind of bad, and also like my favorite Seeker.
Sad.
Yeah, we're gonna put her in the C tier. Like she's better than the absolute dreck that lives in the tier below, but not by much.
Wendy Adams.
Yeah, she's Christmas. If I had to give her an actual ranking, though, she'd probably live in the A+.
I'm looking for Joe. He's looking for
Stuff.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, no, Wendy's sick. As you said, you never need to play her again because you.
Probably not.
Yeah. You know what she does.
I mean, I might theoretically, but I feel like I've kind of exhausted all of the interesting possibilities.
Have you played Dirty Fighting Wendy Adams?
Ooh, with a baseball
but then I
bat,
still
attack
get
of
3.
5.
Like, why wouldn't I just play Dirty Fighting Preston and be like, I can't evade, guys?
With money, you can do anything,
Play
Preston.
Dirty Fighting Wendy with Sledgehammer.
No. No,
Too much power.
No. It is far too much power to one small child.
Will Yorick.
All right, we all know what I think of Will Yorick, and that's that I've currently lost my copy.
So we're gonna put him in NA this year.
Yeah, we're gonna put him up in the A+. Like, he's strong. He's probably not the greatest fighter of all time. Just a tribute. But like, man, you do not die. Except sometimes when you're fighting a big butt baby and you fire up the get attacked twice
Nice
much
to see-
wrong,
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 or 4 times.
I do promise this run that Bryn and I have been talking about for ages, the asset only run, will one day see the light of YouTube. We just need Travis to get consumed by work again. Work in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It'll come, we promise.
Yeah.
Alright, Winifred Habermock.
Oh, straight to the tippy top because she's an aviator.
Oh, she's flying all the way up here.
In actuality, I probably put her like in the A. Yeah, for Ace Pilot.
Yeah.
A for Aviatrix.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell
It's
yeah.
just, it just works for her.
A for Amelia Earhart, which is definitely not who she is.
No, definitely not.
Should I make a video where just like rambling about Arkham theories, conspiracy theories?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like her card pool is intensely limited. 5 foot being her good number is not the best, but her ability is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just show up in the games like, did you want to play the game? Did you want to play the game with more cards from your deck? And you're like,
Yes.
yeah, I think I would.
And the game's like, okay.
Like, all right.
You should do a video series where you just like don't reference the Arkham game and all, but you just like rant about Arkham things and relate them to like real conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So there's a race of ancient snake people that there are lizard people that go on the earth now. They're called Volusians.
That would be funny.
They live in the hollow earth.
Zoe Samaras.
All right. So she is a 4-punch blue investigator. She's got a pair of 2s instead of a 3 and a 1. However, she's got 15 health, which is pretty good. And the flexibility to kind of do whatever you want because of that 4 brain and the fact that you can play 5 cards of any color. And then lastly, Blue's biggest weakness is that it's really, really hard to pay for your assets. She just gets money for playing the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty okay. Plus, like, her weakness is, you better kill this enemy before the scenario ends.
Yeah,
I
like,
must.
And you're like,
Okay.
okay, I mean, like, I guess this Fang of Tearthra will do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it also gives you money.
Yeah.
Factor throw is like actually not great for an Andrew foot. You get what, +2?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you get to teleport behind them and you're like...
They can't even see it coming.
Yeah.
You might as well just not make them not pull a token. They're already dead.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
already dead.
They're already dead.
I put her up in the A tier.
Sweet. All right, so Bryn, you can tell me any because these are the parallels and the new investigators. I can throw any in NA right now. We can just skip right
the
by.
parallel ones can all live in NA because I don't consider them to be real.
They're like Bigfoot. I haven't seen parallel skids.
Except
have you?
Wendy, she's got very small feet on
Yeah.
account of being a child. Like, it makes sense.
You can't see her feet. You don't know if they're big or not. I mean, that's what's parallel about her.
I
is
mean,
the size
like-
of her feet.
She's
She has giant feet.
she's an orphan.
Uh-huh.
She's a child.
Yeah, maybe
She's
an
probably
maybe in
like underfed and
Maybe parallel Wendy is an orphan because her parents couldn't afford shoes for her.
Or
Maybe.
maybe she in the parallel Wendy, she's the parent.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
yeah. Anyway, I mostly just don't recognize those as real investigators. So
You'd love parallel skids. I think you should play him sometime. Bryn's like, no, he's not real.
he's not real.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
All right, what about the Edge of the Earth? Sorry, the Scarlet Keys ones.
All right, so Daryl Simmons. Like, I want to say that he's probably an S tier investigator. Like, he's got a 5 in his do thing stat. His ability is nuts. S for Simmons.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there a
think,
but or is that a sentence end?
I think that's pretty much like thought end.
Cool.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah.
Vincent Lee, I want to like, but I think he's not super different to Skids. But we're gonna put him in the C tier instead. C for, I don't know.
Cutting up patience.
Guys.
We got there. We got there.
I think Carson Sinclair probably is very good, but I also hate him. So he can live in the D tier. I think Kaimani might be like kinda okay. But for now, we're putting them in the C tier because I feel like, as of this moment,
That's how you feel?
they are not even the best at what they do. Like 5 foot investigator, evasion focused, not even the best one.
That's pretty much exactly what
'Cause,
Travis said too today.
Like we've got Finn who gets to do it for free. We've
Yeah.
got Rita who gets to do shit for free when she
Yeah.
evades things, and we got Winifred who just gets to draw her deck because why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Kamani's cool, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll play a deck that isn't trying to do 17 different things next
Yeah,
time.
just
and
see how it goes.
see how it goes. But maybe I won't. Maybe I also just will not do that. There's a lot of investigators that I'd like to play. I don't really know what to think of Amina Zidane, other than the fact that she got red carded in
Yeah.
the World Cup,
Yeah.
like
So
what,
yeah,
12 years ago.
she probably lived there.
Like, I imagine not having to pay resources for your assets is
It's
incredible.
nice. Yeah.
But it also sort of, like, the assets that she's clearly supposed to play with are kind of like, you know that thing that purple cards do? Yeah, not that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that at all. So, I don't know. And Charlie Kane, he just seems good.
Yeah.
Like, you're effectively starting the game with 9 XP because you're like, charisma.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We're gonna put him in the A+ tier because he has 12 hit points and 1s. Take that, Lola.
Yeah. Eat it, Lola.
Yeah, eat your heart out.
Sweet. All right.
No, but I think his like Lola's weakness is just so tough.
Yes. Yeah. And Charlie's, I think, is very manageable in comparison.
Yeah.
Like, it has the opportunity to, like,
Yeah, like
kill
it
some
might,
things.
It might hurt bad, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Besides, this guy hunts vampires for a living.
It is true. It is true.
Politician by day,
Vampire hunter by
vampire
night.
hunter by night.
So here's Bryn's tier list. We have Christmas, because it is Christmas, so this is the Christmas tier list. This is who's all coming over for dinner later tonight, so make sure you have the food for them. 10's giving you trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 sucks.
So we got not available. We got the D tier down here. C tier. B tier. We got the A's, the A+, and then the S tier. With super sexy Mark Harrigan. Sweet.
It's the truth.
Well, that is it for this video, and I hope everyone watching has a great Christmas and has enjoyed another year with us making Arkham content. It's kind of wild. And who knows, maybe one of us will be, like, you know, maybe Travis will win the lottery, and then, you know, next year you'll be like, I don't need to be here.
That'd be nice.
This Travis is trying to figure out this dumb fucking 12 Days of Arkham. I'm gonna end the video here so, you know, we can come and give Travis a hand. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. As I said, Travis's video is gonna be out tomorrow. Have a great one. GG's, and as always, a Merry Christmas.